This is one of those type of things that kind of just like pisses me off because this didn't have to be. This didn't have to be. But this is what happens when you get fame a little too quickly and when you allow the world into your relationship because a lot of y'all are miserable. Y'all are miserable, y'all are bitter. And instead of going to therapy and touching some grass or actually sitting down and studying your astrological natal chart or just doing something to better your life, y'all are on the internet wrecking havoc in other people's homes. And most definitely, we need to have a conversation about that.
Let's talk about it.
Shawty, come and swing my way. We ain't gotta waste no time now, baby. Put that all in my face. I just wanna bump and grind on you, on you. Put you on my face, so shawty, come and swing my way.
See, nah, because if you really rock with my content, consider joining a bandit gang for real, for real. I mean, I'm now offering channel memberships here on YouTube now to make it easier for all of y'all to join in on the fun. Now, this going to grant you access to early uploads, extended videos, and exclusive content like deep dives, story times, studio sessions, live streams, cooking videos, all that and more, as well as major discounts on personal readings and whatnot. Just click the join button next to the subscribe button and choose a tier of your liking. Now, I'm still offering Patreon as an alternate way of supporting, but it's really your choice. I mean, I'm just a big girl trying to make it in this big world, you know. So if you got the coin, then baby, spend it. Okay. And if not, I mean, I guess that's cool too. We still gonna make it do what it do with the regular YouTube content. But just know you missing out, girl. Now don't say I ain't told you so.
I want people to have fun. Let's kick back. Let's get into a little tea. Let's not get too crazy, but let's enjoy the sip.
But let's get to the chi-chi, the kiki, the internet bull.
What's going on, y'all? It's got Santana, aka Chi. Now listen, we got to go ahead and get into this topic, a conversation, because like I said in the intro, it's just crazy the way that y'all are insanely miserable like this. And it's black people. It's the black community. It's the black community. Y'all hate to see people win, and I'm tired of it. I'm just absolutely tired of it. I'm absolutely tired of it. I have been a fan of Miss Netta and Charles for the last couple of months. Like I've discovered them probably like around definitely like August, September, October, but like within the last like 3 months, I discovered them, and it was at a time where they was just a TikTok thing. But then over time, I noticed that they were growing in popularity. I'm seeing them like once you make it to Twitter, honestly, you basically made it because somebody takes a TikTok and they'll post it on Twitter and then it'll go viral. And that's one of the things that scares me with TikTok. Like it scares me with TikTok. Like those of y'all that don't know, I do have I have two TikToks. I have one that I use for my entertainment channel, which I barely ever really post on. I never really kind of got that one up. But I started on TikTok when TikTok first came out. I started on TikTok back in 2019. And it was kind of like probably like towards the end of 2019 or more so we just going to say like the beginning first week of January 2020. This is pre-pandemic. TikTok had only been around a couple of months. I just joined the app just to mess around and because as an artist, as an influencer, as a creator, just anybody period that uses social media, you want to make sure that every new app that comes out, you go and you secure your name on the app before somebody else takes it. Before I started, really like doing content online in 2016, I didn't necessarily have to worry about people taking my name. But now that so many freaking people know me, millions of people know me, there be people rushing to get my name. So I gotta, go online and secure all of that. But that's neither here nor there. My point is that back in 2020, at the beginning, I had created this page right here, Ratchet Recipes. And as you can see, the numbers are insane. And mind you, most of these videos, if not probably just like one or two, I probably posted like one video, like maybe months later. But all of this was really posted like within the first 3 weeks, and the numbers are insane. And at the time, TikTok wasn't really popular like that. I mean, it was really more so like people really at that time still thought that it was for like kids and teenagers because there used to be another app where they used to dance and like do like lip sync songs. Like I think that was called like Musically. So like TikTok kind of started off as that, but not that many people was really on TikTok like that. Like not to the point where it is now. Back then, it was just like tweens and teenagers or whatever. And I was trying to tell people, yo, you need to get on this app. It's about to be the next wave. Everybody was scared to get on it. But me, I was like, I like to cook, so let me put my stuff up there. Had a couple of videos that went viral. Well, all of my videos honestly went viral. Um, at the time, the Popeyes chicken sandwich was still a hype, so that went viral. Chick-fil-A. I had posted like a garlic butter, da da da, whatever. But as you can see, like the numbers are very impressive. And at that time, we didn't know what TikTok was. We didn't know, what you could do on it. And of course, now it's 4 years later, and TikTok has become infamous for having algorithms to where anybody can go viral. And at that point in time, coming off the hills of YouTube and never really making it past 98,000. Shout out to those of y'all that was around during my story time era. Cause there's a lot of y'all that's new, right? And y'all think that like, oh, I'm just starting. Like somebody told me the other day, like, congratulations on 7K. And I wanted to be like, bitch, that ain't nothing. You know how much I had before. But then I was like, you know what? No, like, let's be humble. Like it's most definitely an accomplishment. Like it is. And I'm thankful and I'm grateful. But a lot of y'all probably don't know that I was on YouTube back in 2016 during the storytime era, whatever. And back then I could never make it over 100,000 subscribers. So that was my goal. And it's like soon as I hit 98,000, I could never get over that hump. Because once you get to 100,000 followers, you get like plaques and like your life kind of just changes a little bit on YouTube. So I say all of that to say, when I got onto TikTok and all of my videos was going viral, I was only on the platform for 3 weeks before I hit 145,000. No, I actually believe I was at 150,000 within 3 weeks, my first 3 weeks on TikTok. That scared the living shit out of me. As you can see now, it's 140,000, but I mean, I have not posted in 4 years. So, TikTok probably just naturally sheds that accounts and whatnot. So I'm missing 10,000, but again, I haven't really posted on this account in 4 years because when I saw that it got to 150,000 subscribers within 3 weeks, part of me was like, oh, I'm about to take this shit to the top. I'm about to get it to 1 million. But then the other half of me was like, because listen, if you know, you know, but I've been through my share of drama and whatnot, and people not really knowing who you are and getting exposed and people making videos and this, that, and the third. So it could be kind of scary to grow instantly, virally, so quickly, and people not really know you. I mean, people are never really going to know you unless they know you, but it's completely different on YouTube where you have videos that you're making and it's long form content. Like this video is already 9 minutes in. On TikTok, it was only 60 seconds. So it's just like, damn, I could literally have 1 million followers within 3 months on TikTok just based off of these 1 minute videos. But then I was thinking about all the controversy that could happen and the way that, it was growing so quickly. I was just like, I don't know how I feel about that. Listen, once you already go through your hate trains and exposed videos and your drama and all of that online, you become real skeptical. And it's just like, is the fame even worth it? Like, I just want the money. Is the fame worth it? And so it turned me off to TikTok. It turned me off. Completely turned me off. Now, this is where Netta comes into play. This is where Netta and Charles comes into play because 4 years later, TikTok has not changed. It has not changed. In fact, it's grown exponentially, and lot more people, millions of people are on it now. And it's not just teenagers, it's adults, it's grandparents, it's news stations, it's blogs, it's literally everybody and their mama on TikTok and still going viral. And TikTok kind of gave a preview to what's going to be happening over the next 10 years because we're entering the age of Aquarius and Pluto is leaving out of Capricorn and entering into Aquarius. And basically, in layman terms, to explain it, when a planet is in Capricorn, it takes on Capricorn's energy. And Capricorn is all about structures and boundaries and laws and just basically kind of like a strict parent because it's ruled by Saturn. Whereas Aquarius is more about innovation, creativity, right? So think of it like Capricorn is that strict parent that's just like, okay, you have to do it like this. There's no room for error. There's no room to be creative or different. Like Capricorn energy is very by the book. Aquarius energy is very free spirited and like, okay, we can just wake up and go based off of how we feel. We go with the flow. And so we're going to be experiencing a lot of power dynamics and power shifts over the next 10 years. That's why you see a lot of people saying they're getting tired of these same reality shows that we're watching, or people are getting tired of celebrities, because gone are going to be the days of having like Kim Kardashians and Marlo Hamptons and people like that that's just famous for the money that they have, or just for their power and things like that. But the new celebrities are going to become regular everyday people that are influencers, that impact their community, that are truly innovative, or that do things that actually push the earth as a society. And so again, TikTok has been like one of those kind of like indicators of like where the world is headed. And that's great, but at the same time, it's scary because then you have people like Netta and Charles, who are literally everyday people that was using the app just for fun, just to get on and just make it through their day. And then I was there watching as they posted videos and would go on lives. And some people would say, "Oh, like we're starting to learn the real Miss Netta because she's actually snappy. She's not that cherry person we see in the videos and this, that, and the third." And I've been adamant about it on Twitter, like, yo, y'all gotta give them some grace because these are literally everyday, regular people who have no idea what it's like to be famous. I don't think people understand. And that's why before we even get into the story, I've spent the last 12 minutes explaining how it was for me to go instantly viral on TikTok like that, like, and how it scared me off because there's something completely different than, having a slow burn growth on YouTube where it takes people months upon months to gain followers and success. And plus, that's after people watching and consuming hours of your content versus you could have a TikTok page and have one video that's 1 minute. And now all of a sudden you have 1 million followers. It's literally happening every single day. And so there's no time that you grow through that. Like when I was doing my whole story time era, first of all, anything I do before I do it, I study, and then I figure out how I can do it differently. That's why I'm always successful at it. Take notes. But like I study it first, and then I figure out how to apply myself. And then like when I was on story times, there was just certain do's and don'ts to it. You never said people's real name. You always used a nickname. You never really necessarily gave out any live details, like. So, like, if you don't want fans showing up to where you usually go every Friday night at 9 o'clock, then you don't say I go here every Friday night at 9 o'clock, or you just, don't say where it is that you go. You keep the location a secret. Like there's certain things. But again, a lot of people learn that through trial and error. Me, I learned it from studying, but a lot of people learn it through trial and error. And that's different because on YouTube, people are pushing to be a content creator. Like you go to YouTube with the idea that, okay, I'm here to make money. I'm here to be a content creator. Whereas on TikTok, because it's so open, not everybody that's on TikTok is looking to be a creator. Some people are literally just posting because it's fun. They treat it as Twitter, right? Like there's a huge difference between YouTube and then Twitter and Instagram. Not everybody that's on Twitter and Instagram wants to be a social media star. Like people just use it leisurely. Whereas on YouTube, like I said, you're intentionally there to get it back. TikTok, same thing as Twitter and Instagram. But the difference is that, again, you go viral instantly. So when you see a Miss Netta and Miss Charles go from being everyday regular people, the whole reason why they started popping off and becoming famous was because Miss Netta would sit and basically cook meals for Charles. If you don't know who these people are, Netta is the one in red, Charles is the one in black. She would cook dinner, lunch, meals for Charles every single day. You would see her in front of the camera. She would have the plate there. She'd do this awkward smile while we waited on Charles to come into the camera. Charles would come in really, really dry, sit, eat the food, and she would be like, "How is it?" And he'd be like, "It's good." And she'd be like, thebomb.com. And then that would pretty much be the video. And the real reason why they really started taking off is because when you see and you look at Netta, you don't know what you're looking at. You don't. And that's not being mean, but you just don't know. You hear the name Miss Netta, and then you're like, okay, but is this a Miss or Mr.? Like some of the body parts, I'm not sure. Like, and there's this whole mystery and allure that's there. And for majority of the people that became followers of Netta, it started off as genuine curiosity, okay, of like what is it that I'm looking at? Is it a man? Is it a woman? Is it, a trans woman that used to be a man? Like, what's going on? And so you continue to watch these videos, not really knowing what you're looking at, but trying to figure out. And before you know it, you don't watch so many videos, got so caught up in the allure of Netta and Charles that you end up falling in love with them. And that's kind of basically the story that a lot of people have. It's just like you come for a question to get your answer, but damn, now I'm 10 videos in deep. And now, I'm even saying myself, Charles, your lunch is ready. Like, that's the allure. That's the allure of Charles and Netta. And so that's how they started gaining popularity. But then over time, on TikTok, you can't control who your content goes to. That's another reason why I got scared with posting on TikTok, because on YouTube, I know who's like on YouTube, you kind of just know like who's gonna be there, but you don't really know. Like, I mean, it's the internet, so you never really know where your content is going. But on TikTok, you truly never know. You truly never know. On YouTube, your content kind of gets filtered into a category. So it's just like, if you don't want a certain person to watch it, let's say you have somebody in your life that, is a mechanic and they always watch car videos, and you don't want this person to come across your videos. On YouTube, you might not necessarily have to worry about that, because if you're an entertainer or whatever content you're doing, if it's not car content, then it's not going to show up in the car section of videos. On TikTok, it's very random. Yes, you have your algorithm, but it's very random. You can still show up, and people share TikToks on Twitter and Instagram way more than they do YouTube, because it's shorter form content and it's a lot more to the point. So even if you have a specific algorithm on TikTok, people take your video from Instagram, from TikTok, and share it on Instagram and Twitter. And now that opens you up to the world. Like, you can literally post a video of you staring at your cat, and then next thing you know, it's on the Shade Room and they're asking, hey, roommates, how do you feel about this? And then it's on ABC News. It's like fucking insane. And that's kind of what happened with Netta. Next thing you know, you got Jocelyn, talking about her. And not in a bad way, but you got like Jocelyn and all of these reality stars and celebrities and whatnot. And once you start getting attention like that, it's like, okay, now you kind of you somewhere, you're a social media star. I know a couple of people felt the way that Miss Netta was like, oh, I'm a social media icon. Yeah, she is. Whether y'all want to admit that or not, she is. At this point, she is. And again, everybody started watching because they didn't know what they were looking at. And then people would tune in just to ask, is that your son? Are y'all dating? Are y'all in a relationship? What is your gender? And that would be the question non-stop. I was there for a couple of lives. She saw that she was gaining popularity. She started trying to monetize off of it, because people on TikTok probably don't make money like that. I don't know, especially not new creators that go viral overnight. And so she was trying to make money off of it, sell her shirts. All people wanted to know was, are you and Charles in a relationship? What is your gender? That's all they wanted to know. And a lot of people were rude and reckless and just doing the absolute most. Doing the absolute most. And that is how it's been from the beginning. Even before they went viral, it's been that way from the beginning. It's been people doing the most, trying to figure out her gender, trying to figure out if they was in a real relationship, and people sliding into Charles' DM, and people asking for his personal social media so that they can go and create discourse within a relationship. And it's strictly because a lot of people looked at Netta and felt not only confusion because of the gender, but also felt like someone that looks like you does not deserve someone that looks like him, which is sad, which is completely freaking sad. Because if it's not the homophobia and the transphobia, it's also the I don't even know if there's a word for it. I'm sure somebody will have a word for it, but there's also that ugly part of it where, because you feel as though this person doesn't look up to your standards, they don't deserve a person like Charles. So let me go and try to create discord and break them up. Not even saying that some of y'all, like, because some of y'all It wasn't even about just trying to get with Charles. It was just simply Charles didn't deserve to be with Netta because of how Netta looked. And it's been that way for months. So when we get to this point where, and now we're getting into the actual story of what happened, again, I'm on Netta's side. I'm on Netta's side completely. Before we go ahead and do a deep dive into this, go ahead and like this video.
Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light, oh. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go. Red light, green light, red light, oh. Red light, green light, red light, oh. I don't do yellow, cause it's so mellow. If I don't say hello, you know from the get-go.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find y'all a video of like a vintage video of Netta, because again, Netta and Charles, they went viral very, very quickly. And so fame hits everybody differently. It hits everybody differently. And look right here. Look right here on the right. What are the searches? Miss Netta, man or woman? Charles and Miss Netta, how did they meet? Story behind Miss Netta and Charles meeting. Miss Netta's old picture. What gender is Miss Netta? Miss Netta transgender. Is Charles Miss Netta's son? Keith Lee. Because people have been asking for a Keith Lee crossover for whatever fucking reason. Keith Lee reviews restaurants, but yeah, y'all want him to go to some random person's house and eat their home cooking? Girl. Miss Netta being mean to Charles, Miss Netta pregnancy results. Like, y'all have been ruthless. Y'all have been ruthless. And yes, one can argue, okay, if you're on the internet, you should already know what comes with it. Okay, fuck all of that. Because it doesn't give you a pass to be an asshole. It doesn't give you a pass to be a fucking terrorist. Okay, like I hate when y'all do that shit. Because let's say if it was a white person doing it to a black person, we would start movements. We would kick doors down. People wouldn't hear the end of it. We know how to be civilized human fucking beings when it comes to racism. So let's continue that when it comes to everything else. Do not get on the internet and be feeling like because you're behind a screen that gives you a right to be a dickhead to people. It's not right. It's not right. And for me personally, being on the internet now, I know certain things. Like, I'm not gonna keep it a whole buck with y'all. Because of the hate trains and whatnot that I've gone through, there's certain videos now that I can't even do, or there's certain titles rather that I can't even put in my videos, right? Like there's a couple of videos that I did recently this week, and so bad I wanted to type in exposed, like Natalie and Tommy, like when Tommy exposed the fact that Natalie had a side dude or whatever. I so badly wanted to put in the title, Tommy exposed Natalie's side dude. But I know for a fact I can't use that word because I don't want the searches to change, and I do not want my algorithm to get messed up, and then things from years ago start popping up, and then my search history starts looking funky. Can I control that forever? No. But that's things that you learn through trial and error, not when you literally get millions of views overnight. TikTok creators and YouTube creators are two completely different types of creators. Again, like I've said this entire video, YouTube creators, you learn through trial and error. It's over time. TikTok is overnight. So they don't have the time. And so I can only imagine, not only am I posting content and this is what's in all my comments, but then when I search up my name and then I see these search results, it's just like, that's a lot. That's a lot for somebody to deal with. Ms. Netta ain't somebody that's been on doing TikTok for a year and has time to adjust. Like, that's a lot. But let me see if I can find a video because, like I said, because they're new to TikTok, the fame comes in. You start feeling like you got to act a little different. So what attracted us and drew us to Netta's videos, you could see it started changing because before it used to be awkward, and we loved that awkward silence and that awkward smile. And then, like in the last couple of weeks, she started doing like this jittery, like y'all see what I mean in a second.
Okay, you guys, Charles' lunch is ready. Happy Tuesday, y'all. This is what I got today. I made loaded baked potato, T-bone steaks with bell pepper, onions, and mushrooms. And we got some garlic bread. Are y'all ready? We got a twist to it today. Let's go. Ready? Charles! Your lunch is ready. Here it comes, y'all.
Now, mind you, this is a little bit into like people knowing about Netta and Netta realizing, okay, I'm becoming more popular because obviously now she's talking to the camera. And like doing the intentional smile, the intentional, like, I know this is what people like, let me do that, like, you know what I mean? Let me see if I can go back to and like try to like really scroll down, because like I want to find like a more authentic video versus I know y'all watching me and y'all watching me because of this, so let me perform, because it starts getting performative. Let's see, maybe this right here.
Okay, y'all, Charles Wednesday lunch is ready.
This is kind of close because I mean I feel like I started watching them around October, so somewhere around here. Let's put this on.
Charles, your lunch is ready. You ready to get food?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
All right, man. But there it is.
What's this?
That is chicken, broccoli, and rice casserole with some honey, buttered crescent rolls.
Mm.
See what it's gonna taste like.
Let's see.
Good, ain't it? Yeah. I do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah. Look at all that cheese. Look at that mozzarella cheese. That spread and all on that good old delicious food.
Yep. Round that come.
All right, that's what's up. I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you enjoy the food and stuff I cook for you?
Of course.
Well, why I don't never get no thank you?
Well, by me eating this, that is saying thank you.
No. That's just like if I go to a bank and get me a loan, and I go in there and they give me the money. By them giving me the loan, that's not a thank you. I tell them folks, thank you. I appreciate that. I love that. Thank you so much. By me them giving me the money, that ain't no excuse about me.
Now let me stop this right here, because by this point, again, because I was trying to scroll, find an older video. If I do that, we'll be doing it. Like, we'll be here forever. Because Netta basically posts multiple times a day. Every time she cooks, she just props the camera up and boom. Obviously, at some point, like I said, she realized, oh, I have an audience. And so this is at a point where, again, she's realized, okay, I'm growing an audience. This is back on November 1st. Because the way that she's speaking to him now is based off of comments that she's gotten, like, because you can literally look on screen, look at the comments. Charles pays all the bills. I cook every day too. Does Charles have a job? Shannon Sharp vibe. Miss Netta quit looking at the camera. They're calling her ugly. The way Netta be cutting her eyes at us while talking to Charles. If you don't stop peeking at the camera, one thing Charles gonna do is twirl a plate. I got a question. They so funny. Charles so unbothered. See, at this point, most of the comments have already gotten used to Netta, right? But the comments before was very much all of what I said being the searches. Like, is Netta a man? Are they together? Do he have a job? What's going on? Like, and so this is why she's speaking to him in the way that she's speaking to him. If this was your first time watching it and you didn't know their history, you'd be like, well, why the hell is she so snappy? Or why the hell is he so disinterested? This was a part of their thing. This is a part of their allure, their thing. Now, aside from that, in between the cooking videos, they would do like skits, right? So right here, this is a skit where Netta says, Miss Netta got jumped at the hair store, but she took it out. If you can't whoop them both, get one.
Mercy Jesus. Whoa. God,
What happened to you?
Oh, let me tell you what happened to me. I was at the hair store in line, minding my own business. And this girl was behind me. She was standing behind me, and I'm trying to check out my stuff. And then I hear the girl say, you look like a man. And I was looking like, now I know this chick ain't said that to me. So I turned around. I said, excuse me. And she told me, I said, what did you just say? And she said, oh, I didn't say nothing. And I was like, oh, yes, ma'am. I said, yes, you did. I was like, if you a real woman or whatever, I said, you'll say what you said. And the girl gonna turn around and she gonna tell me, she gonna say, well, I said you're looking like a man. And when she said that, I turned around to the chick and I said, yo, mammy. And next thing I know, that girl started slinging packs of hand stuff at me. I grabbed her and baby, I was working her ass. I was tearing her ass down. And you know what? Then next thing I know, I feel something like hit me in the back of the head and stuff. And I turned around and it was this big Amazon looking bitch. Excuse my language, this big Amazon looking woman. And she was talking, get out my daughter. And baby, she was working me. She had me by my hair, baby. She was dogging me, dog walking me all in that stove. All on my knees. You should see me. I mean, I was sitting there like, this woman is whooping my butt. But she looked like a big old man, too. And I mean, she had me. And she was dragging me over this way, dragging me over that way. But one thing about it, baby, I had that daughter still, and I was working on her. I was tearing her up. And the mama, she was uppercutting me and tearing me up, too. But, baby, I'm telling you, you can't take down two. Whew, Lord have mercy, Jesus. You can take one. But I got a headache out the world, baby. That woman was working on my head. She was tearing.
So y'all basically get the point. So Netta would do these, little skits or whatever in between, the cooking videos or whatever, just to kind of like differentiate it up and get people comments. Not comments, but giving people content, whatever. Like just different skits. Like there's one right here where she went to a cookout and she was about to drag somebody.
Food, the right step. I'm gonna see what they got going on over here. They got chicken and fish. I'm gonna see what they got. I can't eat it, so somebody got to do it. Baby out there talking about fish and chicken for sale. When they got any left.
Well, baby, come on down.
Okay, here goes this the server right here. So what you got for me today?
All right, so we the right step. And we feeding everybody today. We got fish, we got chicken, we got a little coleslaw, macaroni cheese, and baked beans.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's the chicken pan?
Huh?
Is that the chicken pan?
What they got to do with you, baby?
Because
you want?
I wanted chicken and fish.
Well, let me tell you something. You're going to have to wait, and it's going to be $15 extra if you want a combination plate.
Oh, no, baby. She don't know what you're talking about. That ain't what you advertise on Facebook.
Don't do me. I see y'all on Facebook. This Miss Netta.
Yeah, so then if you see me, you know Miss Netta drag your ass, too, don't you?
Drag me, baby.
Drag you.
Drag me,
But
baby.
today I only come for something to eat.
Woo! Drag me, baby.
I don't want to go through all that. I just want some food.
Well, I'm going to get you your food.
But I ain't finna wait no extra 15 minutes for it.
Oh, if you're going to leave here, you're going to wait.
Baby, it's hot outside.
Baby, it's hot and I can't have that big bone. I'm big boned too. And I got sweat everywhere. But baby, for some good old food, I'll wait. How about you?
Sweating in that pot.
How about you?
We're going to go down to the next people. I don't like for that woman talking to me.
Don't leave.
This the cook right here. Tell me what we got, cook.
We got some chicken. We got some fish.
Coming up. It ain't ready.
But it's going to be hot.
It ain't ready.
You want it cold or hot?
It ain't ready.
I called my order in. I'm special.
Well, since you were special, then you're going to get it hot.
It's too hot out here for all that.
It's already hot. I'm over there hot sweating. Cooking for you.
Sir, y'all, I ain't got time for all that. I really don't got time for all that.
We right across the street from the church, and you want to cut up? Where your Christian side is? Oh, they may be.
It's here.
Don't make me rattle these hands.
Babe, I don't care what you going to do. You know what?
I'll rattle these.
Get her away from me. Get that woman away from me. Get me my food. Get her together. You get me together. Man, this sounds so sweet. Take her home somewhere. If she throwing shoes and stuff, what's wrong with her? If she come out of church across the street, honey, somebody need to tame that one. Put her in that little cage right there tied down. Come here acting a fool and stuff. My food ready.
My little blue pill today. I ain't got time for this today. I can't be stopping fights today. Not today.
So y'all basically get the point. Now, again, once you come to the page and you see the cooking videos or whatever, again, there's questions that you have, but the more videos that you watch, you end up forgetting all about the goddamn. Well, you don't forget. Chat, you don't forget about the questions that you have because they very much in the forefront of your mind. but you end up not caring because you watch these videos, you start falling in love, and you're just like, I can't help but just like, because let's just be completely honest. Miss Netta is not the most put together person. You don't go to Miss Netta for fashion. You don't go to Miss Netta for makeup skills. You don't go to Miss Netta for hair skills. You don't go to Miss Netta for anything other than just pure entertainment. Just pure entertainment. And then as you watch more and more content, you realize like whatever Miss Netta is, whoever this person is, ain't nobody saying anything. Everybody's actually respecting them. Everybody's cool with them, right? And then this is in the South. This is Alabama. So you're seeing all of these, older aunties and ladies and people in the church and even the kids respecting Netta. And it's just like, well, damn, I need to respect Netta. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just something that just kind of gradually happens. And at the same time, again, you're watching the content and you're kind of just like falling in love. And so that is pretty much how Netta became who Netta is now. And of course, Charles always being there in the video, Charles started getting popularity as well. And you can see Netta right now at this point has over 320,000 followers and over 4 million likes. So now we get to this point where things is getting ridiculous. And there's a such thing as TikTok culture. I already explained to y'all that there's a difference between TikTok and the social medias, and what's cute on TikTok and what TikTok understands and the jokes and whatnot that we have over there. Once it starts making its way to Twitter and Instagram, it becomes toxic, y'all. It literally becomes toxic. It's like everybody on TikTok has a brain. And you'll go to TikTok and right now you'll see so many videos of people talking about how they can't stand Instagram and monitoring spirits and this, that, and the third. But the second that TikTok content makes its way over to Twitter and Instagram, you could forget about it. You can forget about it. Because now you have everybody that's fucking toxic, that has not healed, that has a fucking opinion. They're going to weigh in, especially once it makes it to the neighborhood talk and the shade room and all of these toxic ass black blogs. It's just like, oh my God, it becomes something else. And then it's just like, we've already dealt with, for the most part, what is Netta, who is Charles, all of this, that, and the third. But now that it's made its way on over to black mainstream, now it's times 1,000. Because it's the same shit, the same question, the same unfunny ass jokes, the same, is that Vic Rames, is that Bill Cosby, like it just becomes something else. And so apparently Netta and Charles did a live, or Charles was on live, and I guess Netta was in the background or something like that. But this says Trouble in Paradise, Netta and Charles got into an argument on live. Let me go ahead and play it.
You know what, boy?
I just started. Yeah, I just started. Okay. See what the shit you see what I go through?
Yeah. Bitch, don't be feeling come on what you go through. I ain't got time.
I'm sitting here now. I'm sitting here just talking to one person. And
but don't let social media come in between y'all. Don't let social media come in between y'all, because it's just trolls. These people just up here to start.
I'm not. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Talking and just, I don't got time for this.
Sweetheart, just come in. I tell you what. Bring your phone and come in here with me since you feel that way. I don't want
to.
You apparently you're feeling some type of way.
I'm up here. What they running and keep telling me,
sweetheart. If that's the case, bring your ass in here.
I don't have to.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
I don't either.
I'm sitting here communicating, not flirting. Not talking all types of shit or nothing, and now I gotta hear this bullshit from you.
And you putting it all on social media where everybody's here and saying it.
Hey, I ain't even putting nothing personal. I didn't even say shit personal. Come on now.
You know what, boy?
I just started. I just started. Okay. See what the shit you see what I go through?
Yeah. Bitch, don't be feeling come on what you go through. I ain't got time.
I'm sitting here just talking to one person. And
but don't let social media come in between y'all. Don't let social media.
You don't understand.
I do understand. No, didn't you hear me say
we are social media icons at this point in time.
Okay.
All this stuff that you're doing, regardless if it's true or not, is gonna come back to me, and probably some of it gonna come back to you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You don't get it.
I get it, but like I said, I ain't said nothing out the way.
Everybody is already making a deal out of Charles.
I just
you don't understand. live flirting with these girls. They're gonna do that. They're gonna do that regardless of fact, whether you flirting with them, whether you talking to them.
How I'm flirting with girls and one just popped on my live.
It's like you got our conversation is on live right now.
But am I saying something out the way? That's the question. Am I saying anything out the way? Jesus Christ.
You weren't flirting with us, but you might want to just end the live so people don't
yeah, you're right. I might as well end this live.
End the live and then come back later with Miss Netta. Because I understand what she's saying, because I met my boyfriend on TikTok. So I understand.
I know. I'm finna get
up. People on your live?
Private.
What, 4,000 people?
Double the people that hearing what we are talking and discussing about.
Okay.
It's too late. They already know.
Know what? Like, what all they know besides the shit we told them? That's all I'm wondering.
Live flirting with these girls.
Even hearing that is kind of triggering because Charles really didn't get it. And I see a lot of people, like I could go to Twitter right now. Matter of fact, let me go ahead to Twitter. Well, let me scroll through these Instagram comments before I get my opinion. Somebody said Charles, your bags are packed. Is concerned how many people actually think Miss Netta is a woman. Nope. Okay. Because that's the gag too. Because that's another reason why a lot of people started off with questions, but then just kind of let it go, because we don't have to look at a Big Mama's household Medea. A lot of y'all mothers and grandmothers look like this in real life. That's the gag. And they were born biological women. That's the gag. That's the absolute gag. Because while y'all sitting here thinking y'all being cute by trying to be homophobic and transphobic and be like, what is that? Like, have y'all never heard of gay people calling each other sis or she? Like, that's not uncommon. Like, especially in places like Atlanta, like, all you gotta do is watch Chasing Atlanta or Chasing Dallas, and like you'll see gays calling other men she. Like, that's very common in the gay community. But then aside from that, it's like people are more so hung up on the miss part and why y'all calling Miss Netta miss and she, and when it's clearly a hit. And it's just like, y'all are taking it way further than you need to and trying to turn it into something else when it don't need to be all of that. And then even more so, even if, let's say that Netta was biological, a lot of y'all grandmothers and aunts look exactly like Netta. A lot of them do. Come on now. We're not going to sit and act like there aren't a lot of women that suffer from what's the disease called? PICO, where they end up having mustaches and beards and all of this, that, and third. That's very popular on TikTok. There's so many creators like that. Hell, didn't I do a video on Shell? Shell had that condition. There's a lot of women out here like that. And then let's not act like we haven't seen Soul Food or seen all the movies where there's a Big Mama and the whole joke is Big Mama, your arm. Because at some point she ends up having to get a body part amputated, or she ends up dying from diabetes. But everybody know that she could cook and she's the matriarch of the family. Like, so while y'all sitting here trying to clown on Netta actually represents a lot of y'all mothers and grandmothers. Like, so cut it out. And then aside from that, even if you look at what the post says, it says, Miss Netta fans, check on Charles today because today might be his last. And everybody immediately went to vilifying Netta and feeling like, oh, we need to protect Charles, because that's the way that people have felt from the beginning, from the first time that they watched one of their videos. Everybody felt like because Netta looks a certain way, that y'all needed to go and protect Charles. Clearly, these two are in a non-conventional relationship. I'll say that. Whether you believe Miss Netta is a man or whether you believe this is a trans woman and a man, whatever, it's not your typical heterosexual relationship. So for those of y'all that identify as being a cisgendered heterosexual woman, why are you feeling the need to go and slide into Charles' DM? Like, are you down that bad? Are you down that bad that you're feeling the need to go and slide in it? Because people have been doing that. Girls have been doing that since the beginning. And that's why you're seeing this fake ass outrage and support right now. Oh, go check on Charles because it might be his last day. Like, we need to come in and say, like, it's given very soul food. It's given very, like, who was the slut of the family? Was it the cousin that ended up sleeping with somebody or something like that? I can't think of the name. All I can think of is the meme where the girl is holding her hand out. But like, it's very much given that. It's very much given, let me do what my sister, what my cousin can't do for you. Let me do what your girl can't do for you. And that shit is sad. That shit is sad. Like, y'all down that bad, y'all gotta slide into a gay man's DMs. That's crazy. Let's keep going. The real gotcha is that that's Charles' house. He said it a few times over the last few weeks because y'all keep coming at him saying he living off of her. People been saying that from the beginning in every single video. Like, it's not one thing where somebody says something and lets it go. No matter how many times she answers, it's always somebody new that does not know them that comes in and asks the same thing. Every last person keeps asking the same shit, and they all say comment the same shit. That's his driveway and house. He pays all the bills. Miss Netta low-key sound like Sherman mama. She shouldn't have introduced Charles to the world knowing she's insecure like that. No, it has nothing to do with that. Y'all need to be better with management. That's what needs to happen. Not Miss Netta mad because people hit him fussing, but she the only one arguing. Like, people still don't get it. I don't even have to take it to Twitter, because y'all can kind of see the sentiment. People are trying to make this a whole Netta's insecure type of thing. No, it has nothing to do with that. At the end of the day, Charles and Netta both rose to popularity. Again, they're receiving comments daily, DMs daily. People are sliding into Charles' DM daily. Nobody knows what their life was like before TikTok. So if you are in a space where maybe you're not happy with life, or maybe you just lonely, or you don't really have friends like that, and really all you do is go to work, you come home, and you maybe, deal with the person that you're living with. So in this case, I'm Charles. I'm going to work. I come home. I don't really hang outside like that. All I got is Netta there. That's all I know. Now I have TikTok, and I got all of these people that's quote unquote supporting me and loving on me. And then I just want to go live to get a little bit of attention, but I don't understand the repercussions of it. That's exactly what's going on right now. Charles is looking for a bit of attention, not understanding that it's not the attention that he wants, because these are people that are shooting their shot. They're going about it in a slick, manipulative ass way, under the guise of, oh, I'm a fan, under the guise of, oh, I support, oh, under the guise of, I'm here for you. But really, they're trying to backstab and betray Netta and fuck on her nigga. That's exactly, like, y'all are not low, y'all are not stupid, and y'all cannot be this damn dense. You know exactly what the fuck you're doing. That's why I said, like, yo, like, are y'all really down that bad that you're sliding into Charles DMs? That's like you finding out somebody that Lil Nas X or Saucy Santana is sleeping with, and then trying to DM them, go on they live talking about something. I'm here if you need me. Sliding in their DMs. Are you okay? I heard how they were talking to you. Here's my number. Like, you know what you're doing. And then for y'all to turn around and try to make it seem like, oh, Netta's the insecure one. No, y'all have been trying both of them since day one, because you feel like she does not look how you want her to look. You're confused about what their history is because they refuse to tell y'all and let y'all know their real business. So all of y'all that's saying, oh, they shouldn't have brought their relationship to social media. Technically, they didn't. All we know is that there's a bitch and a nigga who's getting fed and who's cooking on TikTok. That's all the fuck that we know. All we know is that these two live together. She cooks a plate for a nigga every day and feeds it to him. That's all we know. Anything else is assumptions, but they've never confirmed, oh, we are a couple, we've been dating this long, and we're happy. They've never done any of that. But because y'all haven't gotten the answers, or y'all feel a certain way, y'all have invaded boundaries and penetrated your way into their relationship. It's sad. It's truly fucking sad. It's truly sad. And it's black people. It's black people. It's black culture. White people ain't sitting here doing this shit. It's black culture. Look at all of these comments from black people. Damn shame. So then we get to a point where, of course, Netta has to come out and do damage control. By this point, everybody's already feeling a certain type of way because they had already felt the way before they went live.
Y'all, what we did just, I'm gonna explain. Or y'all go on the page and y'all see it, and y'all like, oh, Miss Netta so mean and so hateful. Miss Netta doesn't care. How do you feel? Miss Netta don't be really too much caring, but I be trying to, my fans and stuff, I be really want my fans, I be want to explain to my fans and stuff when I do crazy stuff or whatever, because I be want them to know, because I don't want them to go nowhere. I don't be want them to, think I'm a bad person or whatever, because they know I ain't no bad person. But anyway, let me tell y'all what happened yesterday. Okay. Me and Charles decided to go on TikTok yesterday. He said we're gonna put a show on for TikTok. So Charles went live. Some of y'all might have seen it, and some of y'all might have haven't seen it. But if y'all gonna wake up with it on y'all page, it's probably gonna be on y'all page, because it was y'all what we did yesterday. I'm gonna explain. For y'all go on the page and y'all see it, and y'all like, oh, Miss Netta so mean and so hateful. Miss Netta doesn't care. I ain't feel. Miss Netta don't be really too much caring, but I be trying to, my fans and stuff, I be really want my fans. I be want I wrote, and it was crazy yesterday. But me and Charles decided we're gonna entertain the TikTok people yesterday. So Charles went live and I went live as well. Okay. Charles was in his room going live. I was in my bedroom going live. So let me clear that up. I was in our bedroom. Y'all like, oh, I told y'all they wasn't together. Okay. I was in our bedroom while Charles was in his game room going live. So anyway, we did all that yesterday. So we were like, okay, we're gonna give TikTok some entertainment. So Charles decided he wanted to get on live, and he said he gonna talk to a couple of women on TikTok, and gonna make Miss Netta mad. So that was what the drama was gonna come in at. I said, okay, well, go ahead and do that. Talk to him or whatever. And then I'm gonna come in there and I'm gonna act the fool and all this and all that. And that's just what happened. That's what we planned it, and that's what happened. Okay. So that stuff that we be doing, I be trying to tell y'all, we are digital creators. We are comedians. We do things funny. We do things to make you want to watch us and make you want to look at us. I wrote, and it was crazy yesterday. But me and Charles decided when we do something like that, don't be thinking that's for real. Oh, Miss Netta, let Charles, free Charles and all that. It was crazy. It was so crazy. But it was so hilarious, and we got so many numbers. Do y'all know I have more followers? I just got on TikTok 3 months ago. I've been on TikTok for 3 months, and I have more followers on TikTok than I got on Facebook. And I got 350K on Facebook. I got 352K on TikTok. Because them people on TikTok, baby, they love that drama. If that's what they want, then we gonna give it to them, okay? Give it to them.
I don't agree with that, Netta. Do not do that. Do not do that. Learn from me. Do not do that. But again, that's what happens when you go viral so quickly. You don't have time to adjust.
So I'm giving y'all all the permission. If y'all see the little video up there that comes up with me fussing and hollering and screaming at Charles and calling Charles a bitch and all that other stuff, okay. Because we were fussing and stuff, I'm pretty sure he would have called me a bitch back. But anyway, if y'all see that on Facebook or whatever, TikTok, y'all got all right to share it. I don't care. It wasn't real. Share it. When we do something like that, don't be thinking that's for real. Oh, Miss Netta, make sure y'all tag Miss Netta. That's the only thing I want y'all to do. When y'all share the video, make sure y'all tag Miss Netta. Tag me into the video. Because them people at TikTok, they make it a real big issue with they cheap ass. Because TikTok don't pay shit, okay? TikTok little money ain't nothing. Make sure y'all tag Miss Netta. That's the only thing I want y'all to do.
Come on now.
And there you have it. There you have it. And so you still got people in the comments like, oh, Bill Cosby being raped. This is what happened when y'all make people famous. Over explaining, just like a man, lie all day. Like, just toxic. Just fucking toxic. Toxic. And I could really literally read y'all rights right now if I wanted to. But I'm going to just say this. It's a reason why Netta is taken and y'all are not. Not that having somebody or having a relationship is the end all be all, but it's a reason why they are in a relationship and y'all aren't. And sitting on the internet trolling and talking shit about how somebody looks or how somebody acts is not, it's not bringing you closer to a blessing. It's not. It's not. It doesn't have to be aesthetically pleasing to you or make sense to you in order for that to be a real relationship. Newsflash. Because for whatever reason, y'all seem to think that if two people don't look right together in your head, that it just totally denounces what it is that those two people have. That's not the way that it works. It's not the way that it works. It's not the way that it works. Not everybody is necessarily dating based off of looks. Could it have been some situational shit? Who knows? We don't know their story. We don't know their story, but not everybody is dating based off of looks. Some people have a genuine freaking heart, a genuine freaking soul. And some people are attracted to that. And that's what matters most to them. And those people end up being way happier than those of y'all that sit here and date people based off of simply how they look. And the next thing you know, your credit fucked up. You end up a baby mama with 20 different kids. You end up with a fucking degenerate. You end up with your life ruined and you miserable and unhappy on the internet talking about how men are dogs and you sitting here going up for that type of shit. Like, all because you wanted to date based off of your pussy or your vagina or your dick. Like, thinking with your hard dick or your wet pussy done landed you into a lifetime of bullshit. Meanwhile, these people are out here happy. And when you see them happy and you don't understand how they're happy because they don't look like they should be happy based off of how they look, now you want to be bitter and miserable. Like, it's sad. It's sad. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about all of this. Like I said, it just is what it is. I'm over this conversation. Go to my website, thealonasouls.com to book your personal read, and they are 50% off until next week. So go take advantage of that. I love you all, allegedly, in HD audio. And I'll see you in the next one.